Welcome back to On the Rise as Canada escaped Suriname on the road with a 1-0 victory courtesy of a super sub goal and super sub performance from the well-experienced veteran Canadian winger in Junior Hoilett. The very well-taken finish and a beautiful goal from a great pass from Jonathan David sees Canada win 1-0, stepping 1 foot into the CONCACAF Nations League semi-final and sending Canada back home to BMO on Tuesday with the lead and with the ultimate advantage. But this game wasn't pretty. It wasn't beautiful. It was a very cagey fixture that Canada ultimately dominated. Whether it was in possession, whether it was in chances, creating 2 huge chances in that first half, Canada truly deserved to win this game. And before we jump into my reaction, guys, which we're going straight to, let me know your comments down below on this match, how Canada played in your opinion. Also, smash that sub button, guys. The support has been incredible and we're so close to 500 subscribers. And hit that like if you're excited to see Canada earn the win. We're jumping straight into it, guys, with my reaction, because this game, it wasn't exciting, it wasn't beautiful. There was multiple chances in the first half Canada needs to be putting away. And when you're looking at this game, you might say Suriname had the biggest chance with that chance from the corner, which hit the crossbar ultimately. But Suriname created absolutely nothing in this game. Off a set piece, they had 1 chance. Canada, 2 huge chances in that first half that this Canadian side needs to be putting away, especially on the road in CONCACAF. Ali Ahmed misses a beautiful chance early on that is squared and crossed into the box, if I recall correctly, from Jacob Schaffelberg, who had a very good game. A beautiful ball squared across the 18, and he needs to be putting it away. It was a good save, but that kind of a ball needs to be scored. And another chance everyone's going to be recalling and talking about is Tony Oluwashi hitting both posts. In football, it's incredible to hit both posts, but he did it, hitting both posts. You can be very critical of him, but I think he has to score that. That is another chance. Tony and Ali Ahmed, that game should have been 2-0, put to bed in that first half. And I'm sure Jesse Marsh has been saying the same thing, especially away in CONCACAF, a team sitting so far back, defending with their lives. You gotta be able to score those crucial chances that come very few and far between. And big nations do that. Against a low block, you have to be able to score against teams like this, especially when you're given very few, very marginal chances. Ali Ahmed and Tani Oluwashi have to be scoring those 2 chances. And that is when Tani has now missed multiple key chances, multiple grade A chances for this Canadian national side when he's had substitute appearances and now in a start. And that is a true question mark around him, which we will have to talk about now between him, Laren, and Bear, because Tani has squandered multiple chances with this national team when he's been given the chance. And I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments about Tani Oluwashi's misses and all the opportunities he's had, because I thought this was a great chance for Tani to get the opportunity to start for this Canadian side. Jesse Marsh showed that he truly had balls with the starting lineup he changed, having Dane St. Clair coming to net over Crépeau. That is truly a toss-up there over number 1. Larea got the left-back opportunity, who I thought had a fantastic game. Waterman got the start. You saw the legs of Tawny up top, and you thought, okay, Tawny finally has his chance. He has to take his opportunity, and he squanders a big chance early on. This game should have been 2-0 up in that first half. No question about it. Yes, it might be being critical, but you got to be scoring those big chances, especially against a side sitting in a low block. But moving on from that, there was still a good performance here from Canada. Yes, you can say it wasn't beautiful, they weren't knocking the ball around, but with how hot that game is, with how much Suriname sat behind the ball, they didn't want control of it at all. For a side in Suriname, which is a very technical side that like to play with the ball, I was shocked to see how much they sat back. When they got control of the ball, Suriname lost it very easily. Whether the pressing of Canada or whether it was just wasteful in possession by Suriname, it was an extremely poor performance from that Surinamese national side. And I expect them to play a bit better in BMO, but you would have expected them at home, in the heat, with their own crowd, on their own pitch, to have a much better performance. But they couldn't control the ball. Whenever they did have possession, they were extremely wasteful of it. And yes, that's pressing from Jesse Marsh's side. Tony Oluwashi, that was another great part of this game tonight. Or the true part that truly stood out to me was his pressing. It was very good from the front foot. But this Canadian team did great pressing as well, so you got to bring that up for Suriname. But they lost possession very easily in this match. But Canada dominated possession, controlled, had a lot of chances. Not a lot of chances, I take that back. 2 huge chances and a great setup from David to the likes of Junior Hoilett, which was a beautiful finish from Junior Hoilett. And he is somebody you just have to talk about. The resurgence of him, how good he's playing at Hibs, getting the call-up, truly replacing Liam Miller with his terrible ACL injury. And coming into this fold when he's called upon and is a great servant for this national team. It's so exciting to see Hoilett still playing great football, being a great option for this Canadian national side. And it's just amazing to see someone like that flourish and continue to play at the top flight. But Junior Hoilett has a great performance. But for me, one of these standout players for me was going to be the left back, was going to be Richie Laryea. I predicted him to start in my preview. I predicted him to start on who will replace Alphonso Davies, and I thought he was a great fit. Going into this match, left back was always going to be a big position of question. With Alphonso Davies not being there, how good was that replacement going to be? And Richie Laryea really rose to the occasion. He really played very well, I thought. Whether it was getting under the skin of the attacker on his side, whether it was beating his man, whether it was playing great ball, whether it was playing great with the ball at his feet, Richie Laryea had a very good game, especially defensively when they tried to go over top. And he didn't cause any major fights, he didn't cause any major arguments, but he got under the skin on a lot of players. And I thought Richie Laryea had a great performance, especially filling in for Alphonso Davies. The questions were always going to be there, whether it's some broadcasters, whether it's some supporters, whether it's from Suriname trying to attack down his side in replacement for Alphonso Davies. And when they did, he rose to the equation, and he rose to that test and proved that he was the right replacement at left back, and he played very well in replacement for Alphonso Davies. So I was really excited to see that for Richie Laryea. I thought Joel Waterman had a very good game as well. Aerially, he seemed to win almost every ball that came his way, which was great to see. In possession, didn't squander it as well. This Canadian team was tidy in possession, yes, losing it a few times, a bit wasteful once in a while, but for the most part, this Canadian side was very good in possession, which was great to see, was very patient in the build-up, didn't really try to do any wonder shots, didn't really try to press anything if it wasn't there. They were really smart and very timely when they tried to break down that back line. Really using the outlets down the line. You could see they're using that left-hand side of the pitch, whether it's Schaffelberg, whether it's Tejon Buchanan, using it a lot, using those strengths. And I find it very interesting how well they use the left side over the right side. Ali Ahmed, for me today, didn't have his best game. That might be judged a bit, but his delivery was good, but his finishing was not there. I didn't think his dribbling was at his best. Just one odd game from Ali Ahmed, I thought, but for the most part, this Canadian side had a very decent game. No one was shining. Richie Laryea was the shining light, of course, I thought, in this game. You could point out Jonathan David, but he didn't really have any major chances. Just a great pass to Junior Hoilett. For me, if we're calling it the man of the match, I think it has to go to Junior Hoilett, just for scoring a crucial goal, being a very critical moment of this game, getting Canada over the line. And it's not an easy finish. It's not a finish you expect him to score, but it's a great finish. And that is all that mattered. For me, my man of the match is Junior Hoilett, but I can see how you go for Richie Laryea. I can see how you go with Jonathan David. I can see how you go with even a player like Alistair Johnson, who I think had a great defensive performance as well. But guys, Canada now head to Toronto, to BMO, to a field with our home fans behind us, to the field that this team truly never seems to lose at. And this is a game where I expect Canada to win. I expect us to play better. I expect us to be more dominant. I expect us to create more chances. And I don't think the roster is going to change a heck of a lot. I could see Tawny even coming out of this roster for Kyle Larin. And I think it'd be very interesting to see what Jesse Marsh does with this team. If he gets Tejon Buchanan a shot on the right-hand side for Ali Ahmed. And seeing what he does at left-back spot. Seeing if he keeps Joel Waterman there. If Jamie Knight-LaBelle gets cap-tied in the next leg. Because we know Wales are looking at him. There's so many things to question going into that next match at BMO. But this game, albeit very cagey, albeit not very exciting, Canada got the job done. That's truly all that matters. And I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. because it was a very interesting watch. It wasn't a watch where you're off your seat a lot. There's two shots where you're really off your seat. There's the goal that gets you off your seat, but nothing electrifying, nothing truly exciting. Yes, I don't really want to talk about it, but the reffing was absolutely horrid. But it's something you just gotta expect within CONCACAF, and I don't want to keep bringing it up in match reactions. It was a brutally ref match. Moving on from that, guys, I want to ask you guys if you guys want to see me do match ratings and player ratings after matches. If you guys want to see me rate every player's performance after the match, because I definitely would be interested to see if you guys want that. And if you guys made it this far, I really appreciate it, guys. But let me know your thoughts on the match down below, on the reaction, in the comments, what you guys thought about Canada beating Suriname 1-0. Make sure to smash that sub button, guys, drop a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.